Hello everyone. People are always agitated due to skyrocketing fuel prices. But little you may know that there is scarcity of oil production in India. And recently a news article was published for the same case. All these factors lead and demands for some alternate fuels. In the past few months, multiple news articles have been published where Mr. Nitin Gadkari has been advocating the use of some alternate fuel. To be more precise, he is asking all the auto manufacturers to produce a flex engine so as to shift to biofuels in near future. But what exactly are these biofuels? What benefits do they carry? What is the current status and key challenges in using the biofuels? Let's know this in more detail. Diesel or petrol is made from petroleum or crude oil, which is naturally occurring under the Earth's surface. It is formed when large quantities of dead organisms are buried under the sedimentary rock and is subjected to both heat and pressure. And that's why it is also called as fossil fuel. Petroleum is recovered by oil drilling and further refined and separated by distillation, which gives either diesel or petrol depending upon its composition. Biofuels are beautiful example of biotechnology. They can be liquid or gaseous depending on the biomass. Biomass is an organic matter which can be anything living or was living like crops, garbage, wood, alcohol or landfills. And this can be directly converted to the liquid fuels which can be further used as transportation fuels in addition to diesel or petrol or any other fossil fuel. Depending on the source of biomass, biofuels can be seen in three generations. First generation biofuels are made from food crops like corn, sugarcane, wheat, and the best example are bioalcohols, biodiesel, bioether, biogas. They have the advantage of high fuel productivity and energy efficiency, whereas the disadvantage is that it leads to food versus fuel debate, leading to food insecurity to the people. Next comes second generation biofuel. These are produced from non-food crops such as cellulosic biofuels and waste biomass. For example, stalks of wheat and corn and wood, husk, agriculture residue, forestry waste, organic waste. The examples include advanced biofuels like biohydrogen and biomethanol. And the advantages are that this biofuel emit less greenhouse gases but is an expensive process. Next comes the third generation biofuels which are produced from the microorganisms like algae. It uses land and water which is unsuitable for food production, therefore reducing the strain on already depleted water sources. The advantage is that this third generation biofuels are the fastest growing feedstock compared to the first and second generation. Then comes the most recent and the advanced version of third generation, which you may call as fourth generation biofuels. They are genetically engineered microorganisms which are modified to produce more biomass so as to produce more biofuel. It uses the process of lipid extraction and has high productivity, high yield, and is carbon negative. The major type of biofuels are bioethanol and biodiesel. Bioethanol will replace petrol while biodiesel will replace diesel. Bioethanol derived from corn and sugarcane using fermentation process, while biodiesel is derived from vegetable oil like soybean oil, palm oil, vegetable waste oil and animal fats using biochemical process called transesterification. 1 liter of bioethanol contains approximately two-thirds of energy provided by a liter of petrol. Bioethanol, when mixed with petrol, it improves the combustion performance and lowers the emission of carbon monoxide and sulfur oxide. Biodiesel is eco-friendly and an alternative diesel fuel which is formed from the renewable resources, for example, the vegetable oil and the animal fats. These natural oil and fats are composed of triglycerides. When these triglycerides are reacted with the alcohol in the presence of some catalyst, they produce fatty acid esters. These esters show striking similarity to the petroleum derived diesel, and hence this is called as biodiesel. In India, there are some varieties of non-edible oil which can be used for the production of this biodiesel. The topmost benefit of using biodiesel is that it increases the engine performance because of its high cetane number in comparison to the petrol or diesel. Also, it has excellent lubricity and it reduces our dependency on foreign suppliers for the fuel. Now let's talk about current status of biofuels in India. India is one of the fastest growing country and third largest consumer of primary energy. Therefore, it's obvious to have scarcity of fossil fuel in the country. The conventional fossil fuel, that is crude oil, they are limited, non-renewable, polluting the environment as well as expensive. Currently, India has 500 million tons of biomass available every year, out of which 120 to 150 million tons are in surplus. Further, approximately 13% of total renewable energy generation is contributed by biofuels alone. Thus, biofuels can be an appealing alternative fuel or an energy option. Indian government is trying to improve energy security by reducing import dependency. Second, targeting 10% fossil fuel usage less by this year, that is 2022. And third, reduction of the carbon footprints by 30 to 35% till the year 2030. For this, they have proposed 5% blending of biodiesel in diesel and 20% blending of ethanol in the petrol. For this, Indian government has developed various biofuel policies. India first began examining the feasibility of blending ethanol with petrol in year 1975. India began piloting a 5% ethanol blending in E5 program in year 2001 and in year 2003 formulated the national mission on biodiesel to achieve 20% biodiesel blends by 2011 and 12. In 2009, a national policy on biofuels was developed that proposed a non-mandatory target of 20% blending for both biodiesel and ethanol by year 2017. In order to augment feedstock availability and promote biofuels, government announced a new national policy on biofuel in June 2018. And this policy aims to encourage innovation in biofuel production, focuses on the development of next generation biofuel conversion technologies, and provide financial and fiscal incentives specific to the biofuel type. However, there are some key challenges in biofuel production. For first generation, it's the obvious food versus fuel debate that can raise global concern over food insecurity. For second generation bioethanol production, presently there is no policy incentivizing farmers to collect and deliver biomass residue to a next generation ethanol plant. Thus, all the expenses are to be borne by farmers. For biodiesel production from edible oil is not feasible as even edible oil is also imported. Non-edible oil quality may reduce in cold climate and possible contamination may be present in animal fats. For third generation biofuels that are the algae biofuel, it is expensive process and it requires high lipid content to generate biomass, but not every algae quality is same. Thus, use of high fertilizers and large water demands may also be a challenge. Thus, cumulating all the factors, we can conclude India has a ray of hope for biofuels to improve energy security as well as the environment by reduced carbon emission. The use of biofuels in transportation sector will help reduction of fuel prices as well as pollution. Also, this will help to increase the farmers' income and to meet energy demands of the country in a very cost-effective manner. Thanks for watching this video. If you like the content, do like, share, subscribe and comment in the comment box. Thank you.